What up? It's your boy Red, and we're gonna go over season 2 of Overlord. Now, after the events of season 1, you guys saw that even though our main character and his group of friends, or the NPCs, are really powerful in this world, we saw them take down people who thought they were powerful like they were nothing. There are still artifacts from the video game that he played that are really powerful, such as the one who controlled the vampire girl. I forget her name. Remember at the end of season 1? Yes. So even though they're basically the most powerful people in this world, there's still artifacts that could basically fuck him up. So it's good that he's very cautious in that sense, right? So season 2 starts right after season 1, right after those events that happened in season 1, which I can't kind of spoil now, but whatever. Season 2 starts off with the Lizardmen arc, which is basically what he said at the end of season 1, that he wanted to test out the Lizardmen, see how the revival abilities work on them to make a better army for himself, and see, because you know how the Dead Knight worked out in season 1, he's pretty much really powerful. That was a human, so you wanted to test it out on Lizardmen. Though I was actually really impressed with the Lizardmen arc. I love that arc. It was awesome. It reminded me of arcs from, filler episodes from Dragon Ball Z, especially the one where Vegeta and Nappa were traveling, and then they had this episode of this insect world that under crisis and stuff like that. I loved it, dude. It reminded me of that shit. And I love the fucking animations and the killing and stuff like that. Really good in this one. Also, we get to see a lot more of the rest of the Guardians that we didn't get to see in the first one, or the level Guardians. I forget what they were called, but the rest of the squad, right? Such as Demiurge, Demon, the Butler. We get to see him, Saber or Sabis or whatever his name was. We get to see him too. We get to see who else? Oh, Cocytus. Yeah, him in the Lizard arc. That was actually pretty cool. Cocytus was tight, and a little bit more of a previous Guardians and stuff like that. So it was a great season overall. Loved it. I loved what happens. The ending was kind of cringy, but it makes sense, I guess. I mean, you kind of figured out how it happens at the end. And the whole Lizardmen thing, everything was great. I love this season. I love it more than season 1. And can't wait to finish all season 3. But let's get started with some of the characters that we get to see in the season. You get to see everyone from season 1 return, minus some of the little lower cast characters, but that doesn't matter. Season 3 will cover that. So we get Zaryusu, the not leader of the Lizardmen, but he basically becomes that. He's just an outsider, like to travel a lot. He could have been chief of his own clan, but he decided not to, let his brother step in instead. He's actually a really interesting character, and actually falls in love with the next character, Crush Lulu, who is a leader of another tribe, who him and her try to negotiate in order to form an alliance to fight against our Overlord. She's a unique albino lizard, falls in love straight away. She's actually gifted in magic. We also get to hear fucking very sad backstory on her tribe. It gets crazy, dude. Then we have Brain here, a warrior. I think we saw him in season 1 towards the end, and he ran away after his encounter with I forget her name, Blood something. I forget her name, the vampire girl. And we get to see him aftermath after that, which is freaking really depressing, but also very cool. As well as the princess of one of the empires and her bodyguard. I think his name was fucking Beryl. No, not Beryl. But it's Climb or something like that. Now he's a very dedicated warrior, basically her bodyguard. She's a psychopathic princess who's desperately in love with him. Weird combination, actually. I don't know, man. I can't wait to see what happens to this duo. But they have a big part in season 2, alright? And of course we have Evil Eye and her group, Blue Rose, who are adamantium level adventurers. What our main character Mamon is, and she's cool. She actually goes head to head with some of the Maid Corps, which is really interesting. I mean, she's really powerful. The Maid Corps don't fool around. Her group, of course, comprises of Gargaron, the butch-ass woman, Tia, and Tina, which are just too similar. I can't really tell the difference between them. Actually, it's very hard to. And their leader, Lycus Alvania del Andrea. We don't have to see her fight, but she does get down, but we don't get to see it specifically. The only one we get to see is Evil Eye, so that's why I include her separately. They're a powerful group. I think 3 of them, or 2 of them at adamantine level, but all of them I consider that. In this world, I think there's only a handful adamantine level warriors, Momon being the 3rd or something like that. I don't know, I'm not 100% on that. But they're a powerful group though, from the kingdom of whatever, what is this, Re'estes kingdom, which is mostly what we focus on at the second half of the season. Which is confusing because I thought that's where Momon was stationed, but no, apparently he's not. I don't know, very confusing, but cool group though, nonetheless. Great powerful warriors, nice. And then last character we have Turinia, can't even say this name, I'm butchering it up. But she's actually related to one of the adventures that Momon first went on her first adventure. It's kind of a tie-in there. She becomes a maid, part of the Maid Corps. She just becomes a regular maid with the main butler dude. And things happen, dude. And also, like I said, we have a lot more characters to go over, but I'm not going to go over every single one. Just know that the Maid Corps, the fighting Maid Corps for our main Overlord, does get down in this season. We get to see each and every one of them, especially the insect one, which is fucking freaky. I did not expect that. Get down, especially they see their weapons. They actually have fucking like guns and crazy stuff. But they're really powerful though, so damn, you know, getting down. But yeah, man, season 2, great. You get to see a lot. You get to see some things you haven't seen before, and some cringy stuff at the end that made me cringe even when I was doing the AMV. Overall though, great season. Just a little bit better than season 1, and in my opinion, it was a little bit better than season 1. Even though the ending was cringy, it was fucking badass what they ended up doing, and I can't wait to see what happens in season 3. The opening music was great, as good as the first one. I love it. The ending was great too. The art style still was great in season 1 as it is in season 2. The little things, oh man, that was great, man. I love this season, and I can't wait for season 3. I'm actually watching that right now, but I'm waiting for all the episodes to come out. There's some questions, but luckily from what I've seen in season 3, they're getting answered there, such as some characters that came out in season 1, like where are they, and as well as some of the characters in season 2, and so forth and so forth. But with that being said, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I like season 2. I like where the show's going. Can't wait to see more, you know. So hey, hit that like, hit that sub if you like this, and basically catch you guys next time. All right. See y'all.